Friday nights are my date night with Andreas. We go to our favorite steakhouse and get a Kona Crusted steak. Well, we love it so much, I decided to encrust lamb with Kona and serve it with a horseradish cream sauce. We love it, and I think you're gonna love it too. Hey guys, I'm Shereen. We are making a succulent Kona encrusted lamb. So first, to get started, I'm just prepping my lamb. So you want Frenched lamb, rack of lamb, and normally you think it's prepped and ready to go. You have to do a little bit of trimming. So the fat is great to have, that little thin piece of fat. I don't mind that, but it's the silver skin. That silver skin, you will just want to take your thin paring knife and just get under and then cut up and just remove that silver skin, because that can act as a barrier, and we want the Kona to really stick and adhere to the lamb. So silver skin almost looks like it has striations. It's pretty shiny. It almost has a faint silver color to it. So that is what makes your meat tough and creates a little bit of a barrier. So that's why we want to remove that. So my lamb is already prepped, nice and trimmed. And I'm going to work on the horseradish cream sauce. So I have drained sour cream, I have my horseradish, and then this little whisk is your best little tool in the kitchen. If you're ever going to a party and you want to give someone a hostess gift, something as small as this, they will love you for it. This is my #1 go-to tool in the kitchen. I can't talk. Then we're going to have a half of a freshly squeezed lemon. So this is going to give bright acidity. And that horseradish, it's going to marinate in with the sour cream, and it's going to become so flavorful. So what you want to do is do this ahead. You could do it a day ahead. The better, the longer it sits, the better it gets. We need some salt and pepper. Have to season it. It has no seasoning. And then we're just going to whisk it until it's smooth, set it to the side, put it in the refrigerator, and let it marinate. So we're done with our sauce. Let's just clean up my board. We're going to set this in the refrigerator and work on our lamb. All right, now for the Kona. So you can make the Kona ahead as well. Keep it in your refrigerator. I keep mine in my refrigerator. That way I have it to encrust steaks and lamb all week long, really. You'll have it for a little while, so I'll give you a good amount to have. So first in my bowl, I have ground Kona. I have sugar, granulated garlic, ground mustard and cumin, and freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. So you just want to toss all these together, and this is what we're going to crust our lamb in. So Kona, which I found to be so interesting, is the most expensive coffee. That's crazy, right? But it really makes a lot of sense because it has a distinct flavoring that you can't get from any other coffee. It comes from the Kona districts, from the Big Island in Hawaii, and it imparts so much amazing flavor because of their climate. If you can't find Kona in your grocery store, don't sweat it. Just use a medium-bodied coffee, just that it's finely ground. And if you can find decaf, even better yet. It won't keep you up late at night. All right, so now we need to season our lamb. So, season vigorously. Meat needs their salt and pepper. That's where the flavor comes out. So as thick as your meat is, you want to season it just the same. It needs to penetrate all the way through. All right, so we got salt and pepper. We're going to crank our skillet. So we want about a medium-high heat. We want it to get nice and hot before we add our oil. And now we're going to encrust our lamb in our Kona. Now sometimes if you feel like the lamb is not adhering to the Kona, you can add a little drizzle of oil, and that also helps it to adhere. So we have that beautiful sugar in there, so once we start searing it, it's going to melt and caramelize the lamb. It's our second one. So this will serve about 3 to 4 people. I know Andreas loves this dish so much. He eats this whole rack all by himself. All right, I'm just gonna heat my skillet, wash my hands, add the oil, and we're gonna sear the lamb. Our oil is nice and heated. There's your sound. So we're just gonna sear it until it's golden on both sides and finish it in the oven until it's cooked medium, medium rare. Let's see how our lamb is doing. Oh, it's beautiful. So we have a nice golden sear. Now we're just gonna flip it. Our oven is heated to 425 degrees. And now we're just gonna finish cooking it into the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes for medium rare. Lamb looks delicious. All right, so you definitely want to take it out, let it rest for about 8 minutes. That's going to redistribute all the juices, keep them inside, and it's going to continue to cook for just a little bit. So we need it to rest. So our lamb has rested. Now, all you want to do is take it to your cutting board and then slice it in between the bones. And then the best way to present it is just fan it out onto a plate and serve it with the horseradish cream sauce. This is my Valentine's favorite dish. I hope you'll make it for yours. For this recipe, go to the newspaper's website and visit me on Facebook and Twitter for more culinary tips. Happy Valentine's Day.